If you are eating right and exercising, but still having a lot of difficulty losing weight, I have 9 supplements for you, and we're going to talk about how these can be help you boost your weight loss goals. And stick around till the end because we're going to be talking about two underlying conditions that could be the cause of your weight loss difficulties. Hi, I'm Dr. Jake. I'm a naturopathic medical doctor and integrative physician in Utah. In this channel, we will be discussing how we can heal your body naturally and eliminate your symptoms without any harmful drugs or surgery. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so what are the 9 supplements that I suggest to help people with their weight loss and fat burning goals? First, I'm going to be talking about methionine. This is an essential amino acid that our body uses to make energy, which I mean by making energy, it means it boosts our metabolism. And metabolism is how our body uses calories, which helps with losing weight. So it's an essential amino acid that we need to boost our metabolism. It is also made up of taurine and cysteine, which helps our body eliminate toxins. When toxins accumulate in our body, this leads to our metabolism bogging down and going to make it much more difficult to lose weight. Second supplement I would like to talk about today is choline. So, some people call this an essential amino acid, others call it a non essential amino acid. I like to call it an essential amino acid because you don't quite make enough of it in your liver to actually do all the metabolic reactions that we need in the body. So, choline is another thing that we need for our body to work more efficiently on burning calories. So, it's what boosts our metabolism. It works with methionine to boost our metabolism throughout the body. It also is one of the main things we use to eliminate toxins throughout our body that are going to bog down our metabolism also. It also is a very important nutrient that we need to go on the outside of our cell membranes to help with communication of certain messages that go into the cell and transfer it in and out, which will affect our fat burning needs. Also, it's also needed for our mental clarity to be able to think and focus appropriately. So that's a very important piece to be able to lose weight too, because depression can be a piece of why people are losing weight or overeating, and choline can help with that, the depression that goes along with that. Third supplement that I wanted to talk about today is inositol. So inositol is a carbohydrate, but it's not considered a sugar. And it does all kinds of interesting things different than what we think of what carbohydrates are used for, just giving us energy and calories that we need. Inositol is specifically used in unison with choline to start breaking down fat and start increasing our metabolic reactions throughout our body. It also is needed for balancing out our hormones, like our estrogen and progesterone. So it's very important with that. So I use it a lot with people that are dealing with hormonal issues. Let's say they have way too much estrogen compared to progesterone, and inositol can help with balancing that out. And when you have those too high estrogen compared to progesterone, that can help make you gain a lot of weight or retain a lot of water and bog down your metabolism. Fourth supplement I wanted to talk about is berberine. Berberine, many times we think of, okay, it's really great for killing off bugs. I use it a lot for that. But I use berberine a ton to help balance out our blood sugar. It has been shown in the research to decrease our blood sugar levels and also increase our cells' sensitivity to insulin. So this is very important things to get our blood sugar under control so we don't store too much sugar going in our cells, which is just turning into fat. Berberine is also stimulates an enzyme called AMPK. It's been shown in the research that when we activate that enzyme, it's similar to increase in metabolism like when we exercise. Not saying you don't need to exercise, but when we do take berberine, it can stimulate that enzyme and have some of the metabolic effects that exercise does on our metabolism. Fifth supplement that I wanted to talk about is MCT, or medium chain triglyceride oil. So, oh no, it's a fat. That's going to cause a lot of weight gain because it's high in calories. MCT oil doesn't work like other fats in that regard. It's used solely as an energy source, and our body does not break down, it doesn't store MCT. So our body uses it for energy and it gets into our body very quickly. So it gets absorbed different than other fats. It gets absorbed right into our body, right into the liver through our stomach. So that's why when you first start eating MCT oil, it can maybe make you a little bit nauseous because it's helping absorb that. Over time, you don't get that nausea at all and you get used to that and it gets in really quick. But that's a really quick energy source to give our body the energy to stimulate our metabolism. It also works really well with satisfying appetite. So it's going to boost your energy, satisfy your appetite. So I really love it for helping people with boosting their fat loss. Sixth supplement is probiotics. And you guys might be thinking in your mind right now, probiotics, how are these going to help me lose weight? They're just bugs inside my gut. But the interesting thing we're seeing in the research is that people that are overweight and obese have a totally different microbiome than those that aren't. And those that are having a lot more difficulty losing weight have a different microbiome than those that don't have difficulty losing weight. So what we've been looking into is if we supplement with probiotics or get a lot of probiotics in our diet, is that going to help with weight loss? And what we're seeing is when we balance out those good bacteria in our gut by taking good quality probiotics that actually are alive. So we need to get a good quality probiotic. We see that that helps people be able to lose weight when they also implement diet and exercise. Seventh supplement I wanted to talk about today is B-Complex. B-Complex is a broad category of B vitamins. So B1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 9. These are all in the B-Complex category. And all these B vitamins are needed to help increase energy production. And when I say increase energy production, that is going to increase metabolism. When we increase our metabolism throughout our body, we're going to be burning a lot more calories, which then is going to lead to a lot more fat burning throughout our body. But they are also needed not just for metabolism, they're needed for other substances to work better on our metabolism, like methionine, inositol, and choline that we talked about. It is also needed for balancing out in our neurotransmitters, which then can elevate our mood. It's also needed for our adrenal glands to work more efficiently. So we're going to balance out our cortisol result. That's our stress response. So when you're under a lot of stress, you can produce too much cortisol, which is then going to release a lot of sugar from your liver. And that's going to then lead to your cells increasing insulin, and insulin is going to shuttle all that sugar into your body, into your cells, and then that's going to just lead to fat. So we want to improve that adrenal function and that stress response. A supplement I wanted to talk about today is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is great for our adrenal glands. So when we're under a lot of stress, like I talked about with B complex, that is going to lead to a lot of cortisol being produced, a lot of sugar being produced, a lot of insulin being produced, and storage of fat throughout our body. So ashwagandha is a great balancer of that cortisol response. So it's going to increase your cortisol as needed. It's going to decrease it if you have way too much cortisol. What's also great about ashwagandha is it's going to help with increasing testosterone production. Don't worry about it, girls. Testosterone is needed for you too to be able to build muscle and become stronger. It's not going to make you more manly at all. It's just going to make you increase your naturally good testosterone throughout your body. Another great thing that I do like about ashwagandha is it's great for anxiety. When people are under a lot of stress or anxiety, that's going to lead to a lot of weight gain. It's going to lead to overeating, and this can help with that stress response. Now, if you have been eating right and exercising and still having a lot of difficulty losing weight, or maybe you're taking some of these supplements that we talked about and still having difficulty, I recommend that we need to rule out two different conditions, and we have tests to rule these out. So I recommend we do testing to rule out hypothyroidism. I also recommend that we do testing to rule out insulin resistance. So we need to look at your blood sugar and insulin to rule out insulin resistance. For hypothyroidism, we need to check TSH, free T3, and free T4. So you need to go to a doctor that understands all these things to really dive into, maybe identify what's potentially causing your difficulty with losing weight. To dive deeper into hypothyroidism and insulin resistance, click on the videos to the right and you can get more information on that. I'll see you over there.